What's up, everybody? GhostGamer here, and I have a little bit of a treat for you, specifically those of you who are into making video games and things of that nature. You are looking at Unreal 4, specifically the Unreal 4 engine, which I must say there's a lot of improvements. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but it's not exactly a bad thing either. They went through and redid almost all of the user interface, which is absolutely wonderful because the UDK3 user interface was kind of, well, how would I put that? I didn't like it at all. There's no real easy way to put that. Not it could have been better, or, yeah, blah blah blah. No, I just didn't like it. They have things kind of flowed out a little bit better, which I'm digging, considering oh dear, it's probably been about 2 years since I've even used Unreal, or, well, the UDK. It's going to take a lot to get into the mix. What I'll probably end up doing, since I have to essentially relearn some of this information, I'll probably end up opening up a playlist on the YouTube channel, where the entire construction of a demo map that I'm going to create is all put on YouTube. Whether or not I take it further than that, it kind of depends on you guys. If you guys want more, you let me know. If you don't, hey, that's up to you. But you have, we'll start up in the upper right. You have your mode section. Or, I'm sorry, upper left. Wow. Upper left, not upper right. You have your mode section, which has all your geometry, your lights, your visual, which basically comes into your decals, reflection captures, fogs, and other post-process volumes. You have your basics, which is literally as basic as you can get. Your camera, your player start, capsule, sphere and box triggers, nodes, target points. You also have volume. So your blocking volume, your kill Z, call distance, and camera blocking, mesh modifier volume, reverb, and trigger volumes, all that good stuff. And then you have, obviously all your classes. Everything that you've recently imported into the scene. And that's everything under place. You also have paint, where you can go through and paint textures and things of that nature directly inside of the Unreal Engine without doing it all in, say, Maya or 3ds Max. You have your landscape, which is essentially a landscape height map creation tool. Now, keep this in mind, I've been playing with CryEngine for I don't know how long. It's going to take me quite a bit of work to get into Unreal all over again. So, for the moment being, I'm just going to say it has height map capability. As far as that concerns, or as far as that's concerned, and what all you could do with it, I'm not a clue at this point. Foliage. You have the ability to place in mesh foliage, which is awesome because now I could just. It's not as fluid as CryEngine, obviously, because it's got a lot of stuff that was already pre-made. But I do have the ability to throw stuff from like SpeedTree and other resources into this mix and kick them out. And then you also have your edit geometry, which is nothing too strange in the world of UDK. You also have your content browser, which instead of being a pop-out window is conveniently placed in your entire interface. And this is just some of the stuff that came with it. You have your animations, your architecture, audio blueprints, character, maps, materials, meshes, particles, props, shapes, textures. You can also add a collection down here. Your new, you can throw down new blueprints, materials, particles, also other assets as well, such as physics and sound. Which actually comes into one of those things that I need to really look into and that's destruction. Supposedly it's supposed to be really good with Unreal 4. However, I have to figure out how to do it. And of course you have your import, which the first thing I would like to say is with the UDK there was a lot of naming conventions where you essentially could, we'll say for the sake of argument, in Maya you can set up a naming convention. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. I want to say your sphere collision was like USX underscore the name. Cube was like UBX underscore, and then I think custom mesh was UCX underscore. And that's for applying your collisions inside of Maya and then exporting the FBX into UDK3. I did find out real quick when playing around with this sign that that is not the case anymore. I tried to, essentially create a custom collision mesh for it, and it essentially refused to import it. It continuously gave me import errors for the FBX, so I'm going to have to find out what their collision information is now for imports. But moving along, you have your essentially quick bar up here where you can save, open up the content browser, which this is not exactly the content browser that well, wait, let me start back. If you close this, you can open up the content browser. The thing I was going to mention was Marketplace, and I have that open in another window. Wait, where am I at? There we go. And that's your Marketplace, and which is actually a cool thing because they have a lot of stuff for free. Unfortunately, I got the latest and greatest, which is 4.4.0 when it comes to the engine. And a lot of the stuff in the Marketplace I've found out that it's not really compatible with 4.4.0. It's not a whole lot of things that I really wanted from the Marketplace, but one of them was the Mixamo animation pack, which I wanted, and there was also a vehicle game I wanted to test out. But anyhow, you have your quick settings, which is conveniently located. You have your world settings, which is over in here. We'll get to that in a second. Your blueprints, so you can open up different blueprints, create new blueprints, and that that I believe what they're calling blueprints used to be Kismet or whatever the hell it used to be called. Basically, it's your flowchart. Let's see if I can open up. Yeah, it's basically nothing but one large flowchart. So what used to be, I think it was Kismet or something like that, is now blueprints. You have your matinee, your wonderful and always annoying build features, which lighting building is still kind of a pain in my butt. You can simulate, which I'm not actually quite sure what simulate is. And then you also have play, your different settings for play, and then you also have launch. Aside from that, you have your scene outliner, which is everything that's dropped into your scene, and then you can view your options as well. You have world detail. Damn it! You have details and world settings. Now I'm going to click on that, so if I go into details, it just clicks on the scene, or that sign, rather. We'll start off with the world settings. You have your search bar, property matrix, and also your view properties. You have everything from configuration, physics, your game mode, damage, light mass, rendering, audio, your world settings, tags, and all that good stuff. Under your details for anything that you select, gives you your XYZ, also your scale and rotation, whether it's static or movable, I can't talk. Your mesh, your materials, lighting information, your physics information, collision information, tags, render information. Oh, that's interesting. your actor information, blueprint information, and layer information. And then last but not least, you also have these little boxes inside your work panel, I guess you would call it. So let's see, you have your viewport, viewport, that's the word I was looking for. Your viewport options. Still can't talk. You also have your layout information. So if you want perspective or ortho, whether it's lit or unlit, your collisions, visibility collisions, LODs, things of that nature, and then you can turn off whether or not you want to see or not see certain things, which is nice, especially if you're trying to weed out some of the effects and what have you. Now this is actually kind of concerning me because, as you can see, there's nothing in this level at all except for we have some fog, we have a direction light, we have whatever the hell this is, plus a little bit of flamage, we have a sign, that's fog, and a rock. Oh, plus I have a start point for character. And for some reason I'm catching between what looks to be about 25 to 40 frames a second. And let's see if I could play it. Yeah, I'm dipping down as low as what looks to be about like 25 frames a second, and this computer is not a pushover. Wow, that was loud. Now, let me see if I can turn that down a little bit here. Yeah, it's really buggy, if you will, and I really like how it says my lighting needs to be rebuilt. I haven't placed anything in this map since I rebuilt the lighting the first time, and which kind of confuses me because my light is over in this direction, yet I'm getting shadows over here, but whatever. So yeah, that is basically just an open box preview, whatever the hell you want to call it. I have to figure a lot of things out. Oh, that's nifty. Also, we have an outliner up here. I guess you'd say we have a well, a survey, a bunch of news information, console information, and who knows. This is basically an out-of-the-box thing. I have not played with anything really except for throwing a couple things inside the viewport for you guys to see as I was doing this video. Still gonna have to figure out why I'm getting such lag, and it shouldn't be because I'm recording, because this computer is more than sufficient enough to run UDK or Unreal 4 plus a recorder and all that good stuff. But if you guys are interested in looking into more of the information about building, a level in Unreal 4, let me know. I'll start putting that together and we'll go from there. But like always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them in the comments box below. If you found this informative, or you want to see more, or you liked it, or whatever the hell, hit the like button. And by all means, please, if you want to keep up to date with any of the videos that I'm posting up here, hit the subscribe button. But that should be it for me and the intro to Unreal 4. This is GhostGamer, and I'm out.